Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and in the news today, Richmond retailers coping with chain stores. Social media captures thief. Richmond woman arrested for drugs. Rescue helicopter rescues worker. A Minister of Trade served notice by concerned public. Richmond is growing and the shopping area along with it. But is the supply now bigger than the demand? And what is the effect of the two larger chain stores having on the smaller businesses in the main street? We went out to the streets to talk with retailers to find out. Here we're here on Queen Street, Richmond, asking Lee at Captivation, how's business been since the big stores opened up at the top of Richmond?
Absolutely fantastic. I think it's great. You can hear the cars driving past, there's lots of people walking around. Yeah, it's definitely brought a lot more foot traffic into the city, that's for sure.
You don't think it's all been going to Nelson because of the free parking?
No, not at all, not at all. That first week when they had it, everyone in Nelson said it was really busy, but we had a boomer week too. Everyone got their tax refunds and no, it's great. Love it out here.
We're down here in Queen Street, Richmond with Ian Cook, a long-time retailer. We're just asking how has business been since the big box stores opened?
Oh, it's very, very flat actually. There's an awful lot of foot traffic that used to be down this end of town is now gone down there because they've got good car parking. It's been very difficult. Yep.
Yeah. You don't think they're all going to Nelson because of the free parking?
No. The free parking started before the retailers moved in, and we've had free parking here forever. Yep. Yeah. And long may that remain.
For sure. So they've definitely affected the foot traffic and the parking. We see there's more parks here. There's a few empty shops around.
Well, it used to be you couldn't park in Queen Street. You'd struggle to find a car park, and now it's really easy to find that. So there's a lot of empty car parks out there. And yes, there's far less foot traffic, and there's like three empty shops in Richmond. You hardly ever see any empty shops in Richmond. But there's a Baku down the road there. They've just closed, so they've been in Richmond for a long time. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, thanks very much, Ian.
You're welcome.
We caught up with shoppers in Richmond to ask them if free parking in Nelson has influenced their preference of where they shop and if their big chain stores have affected their shopping at the smaller retail outlets. We're outside Richmond Mall asking the people on the street what they think. How has the free parking in Nelson affected your shopping preferences?
Well, most things, because I live in Nelson, I can walk to. But I think with clients that I work with, it's helped because we haven't had to think about paying for parking. So they've been able to pop into shops when they feel like it and not have to worry about it. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely helped. Oh, nice. Yeah.
For instance?
It hasn't really. I just enjoy shopping in Richmond. It's got everything that I need here now, and the free parking in Nelson's a little bit messy as to when it applies and where it applies. So
I'm not a big fan of the malls. So I quite like Nelson shopping.
Well, in Nelson I only go if I have to. I'm going to the dentist this afternoon, but I will have to go in there for business reasons as much as I possibly can. But I think Richmond's got everything I would need, and frankly I don't think we need two warehouses. So it's the biggest one that wins, I think.
Yeah. Not at all, as we live in Motueka. And when we go to Nelson now, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah.
It hasn't at all at this stage because we come from Takaka and everything seems to be here good in Richmond.
Hasn't really. I kind of catch the bus everywhere. I don't drive, so Richmond's always been closer. Hasn't really influenced my shopping at all.
How have the big chain stores opening in Richmond affected your shopping at the local stores?
Well, I still like local stores, but I do like a bargain as well. So I think it probably has influenced me using the big stores a bit more than local stores, which I'd prefer not to, but got to go where the bargains are.
I probably do a bit more shopping at the big chain stores because everything's always a bit cheaper there.
It's definitely handy, but like I say, I'm not a big fan of the big chain stores. I like the little more boutique shops, so I'd probably go to Nelson more.
Well, I always shop local. I think it's the most important thing to do. And I've got a big business venture coming up, and I'm going to keep it local.
Not really, in that we do our best to support Motueka. So it's a special treat when we do come over here, but don't chase the big stores. Free parking in Richmond, and pack and save. That's it for us.
I just come over from Tākaka, and just because we don't have a mall or anything there, so and a lot of the things you can't buy in Tākaka, so we come over here.
Personally, not at all. I am a supporter of small businesses anyway, and I try not to go for the bigger companies. I have been in the warehouse and Kmart, as that's the ones you're talking about, and not that impressed. So, yeah.
Social media has played its part in bringing to justice a 33-year-old man who is appearing in court this week, charged with 7 counts of theft after security camera footage had been posted on Facebook last Tuesday. The footage captured the theft of a tips jar from Spring & Fern in Nelson's Hardy Street. Chrissy Small spoke with Spring & Fern owner Lee Fern about the theft.
Lee Fern, really good to talk with you. Now, so the power of social media.
Yep, the power of social media, it's sort of proven itself. It's the second time it's happened here too.
Gosh.
Proven itself pretty valuable and a pretty good community tool, I think. Okay,
now when you posted the video, how long was it before you got a response?
First response was 15 seconds.
So
I was still sitting at my desk on the page when the little icon started lighting up.
Gosh, so you know that's indicative of just how many people use social media all the time.
Yeah, well, we've got 2,500 people that are subscribed to watching our Facebook page, and I think from that 2,500, it's had the videos sort of spread and had 430 shares, and as of this morning, 48,500 views.
It's about the population of Nelson.
So it pretty much is, yeah.
Mm. Okay, and so Lee, of course, the offender has been named and shamed and is before the courts this week. What is the message you'd like to give people out there?
Just thank you, really. It's for me, it was money that was taken from my staff. It's their money, and putting it up there and having such a huge response is quite overwhelming. It's Spring & Fern is all about community. We try and do as much as we can for the community. Raised about $33,000 for various local charities last year with our quiz night, so that's the kind of thing we do, and just to get that sort of response feels like the community's saying thanks and looking after us as well, so yeah. That's pretty awesome.
That is, it's great feedback, isn't it? Lee,
sorry, I missed that.
It's great feedback, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you can't measure it really. It's, as I say, it's very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Very overwhelming.
Well, Lee Fern, congratulations. I'm glad there's been a positive outcome, and you probably won't get your money back, but at least you get some satisfaction.
Look, for us, we empty the thing more or less daily anyway, but I know there were 6 other cases, 6 other jars that were taken by the same guy. Some of them had a lot more in, so I feel more for those people than anything, I guess. But at least, hopefully, it'll stop it happening.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let that be a lesson to anyone contemplating doing a similar act that, the social network will catch you out.
Yeah, definitely.
Lee Fern, thank you very much for your time today.
Bye-bye, Nick.
Nelson Marlborough Rescue Helicopter was called to a forestry accident this week. A 33-year-old Blenheim man was airlifted by the rescue helicopter after an accident yesterday. The helicopter was dispatched to the area near Tua Marina, Blenheim, around 2 p.m. for a forestry worker who had become pinned by a fallen tree. Due to the steep terrain, the helicopter paramedic was winched into the scene, where he treated and stabilised the man in order to be winched out in a stretcher. The medic and patient were then loaded on board the helicopter, where he was flown to Nelson Hospital Emergency Department with pelvic and back injuries for further treatments. As we know, many charities rely on the generosity of the public making the donations, and charity jars are one way that organisations manage to keep up services. One of these organisations is of course our Nelson Marlborough Rescue Helicopter Service, which has steadily become increasingly busy with last month's missions up 35% on those of August last year. In an effort to help fundraise, state cinemas have given our local Nelson Marlborough Heli Rescue the premiere of Disney's Planes, Fire and Rescue as a fundraiser for Wednesday 24th of September. Tickets are on sale now at State Cinema Nelson, with only 146 seats available, so get in quick at only $15 each, including a goodie bag and prizes to be won on the day. There will also be raffles and a silent auction to take away the plane's foyer display. A Richmond woman has been arrested on supply of drugs charges after a raid on what was believed to be a tinny house early this week. The 22-year-old woman will appear in Nelson District Court this week charged with drug offences following an operation last week. Police were responding to multiple reports that young people were purchasing drugs from the address. After monitoring the address, police watched a 19-year-old male make a brief visit to the address. He was stopped soon after leaving the house and was found to be in possession of a cannabis tinny and was released with a warning. Following that, a search of the house resulted in the woman being charged with selling cannabis and possession of cannabis for supply. Detective Daryl Adlam said it was particularly disturbing to discover a drug supply operation that had young people as its target audience. He said that research has clearly shown that this drug has the greatest negative impact on younger users, and the subsequent effects on their mental health can be devastating. And in a case over the weekend, a 30-year-old Motueka man is now on remand in custody until 22nd of September. 5 police patrols were called to an incident in Motueka on Saturday after reports a person had pointed a firearm at a young girl from a passing vehicle. The girl managed to get the registration details of the vehicle and police responded immediately with 3 Motueka patrol cars and 2 Nelson cars attending. Police located the offender's vehicle in a car park in the town a short time later. The occupants of the vehicle ran off when they saw police. A search of the vehicle revealed an imitation firearm and other weapons. The vehicle's owner was arrested soon after and charged with possessing an offensive weapon, unlawfully carrying an imitation firearm, and being an unlicensed driver, failing to comply with prohibition. He was also charged with willful damage in a relation to an incident on the previous evening in which a car had its tyres slashed and windows smashed in Motueka. Nelson Bay's Area Commander Inspector Steve Greeley was very pleased with the swift response from both local Motueka staff and other available Nelson Bay's area units. He said that in this instance the ability to move staff quickly across the area resulted in the swift apprehension of this offender. Council have announced this week that work to reopen venues is planning to start, with Opus appointed to oversee the earthquake strengthening and reopening of the Trafalgar Centre and the Nelson School of Music Auditorium. 2 Opus project managers have been appointed so each can focus on the specific requirements of the different venues. The project managers will begin work within the week in order to keep things moving. Nelson School of Music Board Temporary Chair Roger Taylor said that the decision to move forward on the work represents a new start for the school, which will be complemented by the strengthening in the school's governance structure and a reconnecting with the music and wider communities. Mayor Rees says that the Council and Nelson School of Music are looking forward to working with the 2 experienced project managers from Opus Nelson's office on these projects. The Nelson School of Music Auditorium plan is to complete construction and reopen the venue no later than December 2016, and the Trafalgar Centre plan is to complete construction and reopen no later than February 2016. TPPA Nelson Action presented the Public Interest Resolution to Trade Minister Tim Grosser last week at the National Party public meeting held last Wednesday. The resolution, adopted by Auckland, Nelson, Tasman, Christchurch and Dunedin councils, protecting the public interest regarding the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations, was accepted by the Trade Minister. The organisation TPPA Nelson Action was pleased that a bottom line on what the people will accept concerning trade agreements has been outlined to government negotiators. The Trade Minister spoke to a packed meeting which was dominated by citizens concerned with the issues surrounding the TPPA negotiations. Most of the questions were centred on the ability of corporations to sue New Zealand for any law changes in the best interests of the people and our country. US company Philip Morris taking action against Australia for plain packaging of tobacco is the most recent example of what New Zealand may have to face if governments sign up to these kind of agreements. When asked if the Minister could confirm that out of 29 chapters of the agreement, only 5 of the chapters concern trade, Mr Gross's reply was,
"You'll find out when we've finished the deal and then you can look back."
The concerned people of Nelson community once again showed their strong support for the resolution by attending the meeting and voicing their concerns directly to those negotiating on behalf of the people of New Zealand. And finally, the body of Nelson teenager Winter Emerson, who died in America last Monday, is to be returned to New Zealand this week. The family are expecting his body to arrive home on Friday. A funeral service will be held at Mainland College Hall at noon on Saturday for family and friends. Donated funds to help bring his body home as of Saturday topped $32,000. The body of the 18-year-old was found in Lake Union, Seattle after he attended a music festival. He had been on his big OE travelling around Canada and the United States and was due back in New Zealand in December. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region. Are you in business and confused with all the avenues to advertise your business? Well, the marketing experts, the facilitators, in conjunction with Mainland TV, are holding a free presentation in Nelson on Wednesday 17th and Thursday 18th of September at Trailways at 12 noon and Motueka on Friday 19th at Motueka Top 10 at 12 noon. Everyone in business is welcome to hear the results of a recent Colmar-Brunton survey and the new cost-effective advertising opportunities available for local businesses.
And for details, you can call Malcolm on 021 780 430 or email your acceptance to info@facilitators.nz.co.nz or call Mainland TV on 035466 567. This could be the best thing that ever happened to your business.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm wonderful. My name is Roy Siboni. I'm from Ray White, Richmond, and this is another amazing section I just listed. The benefit for this section is, as you can see, the view behind me is just amazing view, outstanding, and it's just ready to be built and to develop to its potential. As you can see, amazing view behind me to the sea, and obviously also view to the other side of the city. Ready to be built, and you can start planning to build your dream home today. Come and see me and we can talk business.
From small cars to trucks to commercial vehicles, we have all the leading brands of tyres, including Bridgestone. Our local professional qualified team serve the entire region 24/7. Tasman Tyre Treads, serving Richmond, Motueka and Golden Bay.
Hi, I'm John McMillan at the Nelson Power Tool Centre. We have great prices on all the top quality brands of power tool. Tools and equipment at our showroom, 146 Tahunani Drive in Nelson. The Nelson Power Tool Centre, the specialists that stand behind and service what we sell.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come and see us. Dust off your kilt, shine your dancing shoes and do whatever you do with your sporran. It's time to party the Scottish way. The Celtic Pipe Band's annual fundraiser, the Ceilidh Dance Party, is on Saturday, September the 20th. The evening's fun and festivities include performances from Highland dancers, pieces from the Celtic Pipe Band, and of course there'll be haggis and a bar. This hugely popular good old-fashioned Scottish knees up sells out every year, so don't miss it. You can get tickets from Ticket Direct at the Theatre Royal or at the door. Tickets are $15 for adults and under 18 years are $10 and families are $40. The Celtic Pipe Band's annual fundraiser is on at 7 p.m. Saturday, September the 20th at the Mainland College Hall. You can join Victory's big day out at the library Thursday the 2nd of October at the Victory Community Centre. Free return bus trip to the library. You can arrive at 1:45 p.m. The bus departs at 2 p.m. and returns approximately 3:30 p.m. The cost is free and you can contact the Victory Community Centre to book. Victory families are invited to join in on a fun-free day out to the library during the upcoming school holidays. The Big Red Bus is the double-decker bus which will take the kids and families from the Victory Community Centre to enjoy a range of special activities at the Elmer Turner Library in the city centre. The free event, run by Nelson Public Libraries in partnership with the Victory Community Centre, aims to introduce the Victory community, particularly parents and caregivers, to the wide variety of services for all ages available at the library. The Nelson Youth Council is looking for youth counsellors for 2015. Young people are encouraged to get involved and they can apply from this Wednesday, the 17th of September. Applications are open to anyone between 14 and 24 years of age, and each year a diverse group of up to 20 young people are selected to be on the council. Mayor Rachel Rees said Council has been extremely impressed with the contributions made by the Nelson Youth Council to date, and we welcome the opportunity to hear from more young people who are passionate about youth views and their local community. If you're keen, just complete an application form or contact Rachel Rees on 545-8746 or by email rachel.large@ncc.govt.nz for more information. You can also download the application form and learn more about what is involved online at nelsoncitycouncil.co.nz. Search phrase Youth Council or pick up a copy from the Nelson City Council, public libraries or high schools.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Are you in business and confused with all the avenues to advertise your business? Well, the marketing experts, the facilitators, in conjunction with Mainland TV, are holding a free presentation in Nelson on Wednesday 17th and Thursday 18th of September at Trailways at 12 noon and Motueka on Friday 19th at Motueka Top 10 at 12 noon. Everyone in business is welcome to hear the results of a recent Colmar-Brunton survey and the new cost-effective advertising opportunities available for local businesses.
And for details, you can call Malcolm on 021 780 430 or email your acceptance to info@facilitatorsnz.co.nz or call Mainland TV on 35466 567. This could be the best thing that ever happened to your business.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.